Big booty Latinas can stay. Protect big booty Latinas. Well, I'm trying to protect them. I don't want them to get deported. I'm on your side.
Hey, you say that one more time. If he says that one more
time. What I say, big booty Latina. What are you gonna do? Big booty Latina.
One more time.
Big booty Latina.
Say that one more time.
Big booty Latina.
So let's go ahead and check this one out. It says a Latina is getting deported after stealing a man's chain without him noticing. It was all caught on camera. Let's go ahead and check this out. All right, so this is crazy. This is crazy right here. My man, you could tell he thought he was, thought he was that guy right here, trying to get her number and all that. She all over his neck, all over him. Probably a girl he just met. Looked like he in the nightlife type of scene. She all up on him. She seen the chain, and then chain not even that big to be stealing too. That's crazy. So she had to be in like extreme poverty. But if you notice down here, it's your number one indicator, fellas. This is your number one indicator. She got the black Air Forces on. That's a red flag right there that, you need to watch what this woman is doing with her hands, right? So, she trying to get all kissy with him and everything. He like, yo, it's a little too much. He start touching her, and easily, see, look, she's checking to see if anybody can see what she's doing, and snatch. And she's a pro too, because she knows, she creating movement, gyrating the hips down there, trying to make sure that, he don't feel that his chain just got snatched. She's definitely a pro. And I guess they're just showing a replay of it. I wish they had like when he found out, or a little bit more of the video. Seemed like his mans came over, he got the number, and she left. Then they probably noticed at that point that, look, she stuffed that right in her pocket too. Smooth, very smooth. But they saying she's getting deported, got picked up by ICE, and see, ICE is doing some good work. We got to get some of these criminals out of here. I know there's that video going around with a guy saying that big booty Latinas can stay, but now all of them need to stay, as we seen, right? Like, let's say 70% of the big booty Latinas, if they are illegal, you know what I'm saying? I hope that they are able to avoid ICE. But if they're criminals like this, we gotta get them out of here, man. This one was too smooth. He was also very green, though. I don't know. I never had my chain snatched, so I can't tell you how it like feels. But I feel like I would definitely feel it unless I'm just like super drunk, and because you gotta feel the tug. You gotta be able to feel the tug. So unless she was already behind them playing with this shit, like it damn near looked like she's unhooking it right there, then using one hand to hold it up, and then just taking it off. Yeah, it doesn't even look like she really snatched it. It looks like she basically just took his chain off his neck without him noticing. That's crazy. I don't know how you let that happen. You don't feel her. Like, you know what I'm saying? You meet a woman, yeah, she might play with it and stuff like that, but you gotta have more awareness than that, for sure. Definitely. Surprised she didn't get the watch off him too, and the phone, low key, to how green this guy seems. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be more careful as gentlemen. We seen women overseas and in America drugging guys in the nightlife, bringing them back to their room, robbing them. I think it was one group of guys actually got pepper sprayed by the woman, and they got pepper sprayed by the woman, and she robbed them, took their stuff, and dipped on them. But it was like that story I did a few weeks ago. It was like 3 women in Miami or something like that. Interesting to see where this is, because it seems like the news thing is kind of covered up, but I know that's now. So kind of probably like a Spanish. Now in it's probably some kind of Spanish news outlet that picked this up first, and everybody's kind of reposting it. But yeah, man. And then, like, I don't know, she not even all that to be, all up on you like that. She don't even look like she smelled good, bro. I don't know, man. He probably just a little bit lit. After a few drinks, everything that's a 6 or 7, they get a point, maybe a 1.5 added to their stats, right? That's just how it happens, in the right lighting. I can see why he was ready to go. I can definitely see why he was ready to go. It's crazy that, she probably super broke, probably don't have a cell phone, and a lot of that stuff. Like a lot of women overseas be really living like that, just, bouncing around place to place and, seeing what they can steal and living off the land. I don't want to try to guess what country she's from, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys could probably narrow it down to 2 or 3 countries that this woman is probably from, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna, try to profile her like that. But we all know that, a lot of women from certain countries, they live they live very hard lives, right? It's a lot of poverty, it's a lot of stuff going on in their country, and they doing whatever it takes to survive, man. They're doing whatever it takes. So, but we gotta recognize that. And when we see the Latinas, actual big booty Latinas, this is like, medium booty Latina, but when we see the big booty Latinas, we got to understand it, identify it, and make sure that our pockets ain't being, because they will, the same way she did that, that's the same way they'll stick their hand in your pocket real quick and take your money, take your wallet. Like they're professionals, man. They're definitely professionals. But let me know what you guys think about this story down in the comments below, man. As always, love y'all. I'm out.